So in this video, I'm going to talk about try and catch in JavaScript. So right now, this is the code from the previous videos, and we have learned how to use this code to get some data from an API and how to print it to the user. Now, what we are going to do is that we are going to use try and catch. For example, you see right now in this code, if I add an error here, you see nothing is going to be printed to the user. Let's say that we want to see if there is an error in our code. We want to probably give a message to the user, and we are going to use try and catch instead of using this code. So under this code, I'm gonna use try. Alright, so we'll try something, and if there is a problem in that try, we are going to catch it. So we are going to catch that problem. Now let's move this code and place it inside of try. So you see it's going to work with no problems. However, if there is an error, we want to add a message to the user. So I'm going to copy line 10 and paste it inside of the catch. So inside of the catch, we are not printing the joke if there is an error, but we are going to say error occurred, try again. Alright, and now you see, because there is no error, our jokes are being printed without any problems. So now let's add an error. Let's make an error here. So the easiest way to make an error is to add a character inside of this URL. So I'm gonna add another age there. You see, now my jokes are not going to be printed. Instead, it's going to say error occurred, try again. So now we know that there is an error inside of this code, and that error, of course, is right here on line 8. I have added an extra age there. However, if I fix that, you see my code is gonna work again. So we can use this code to prevent our app from crashing, and it lets us to display a meaningful error message. And it's really, the try and catch is really useful for debugging and error handling and stuff like that. This is basically it about try and catch. Now there is something called finally. So finally will also run no matter if there is an error or not. For example, I'm going to add a new element to this page. So inside of my HTML page, I'm going to add an h2 element, and I'm going to give it the ID of print no matter what. All right, so I'll call it print no matter, and let's select that. So I'm going to say let print no matter equals to document get element by ID no matter, and let's set that to something else. So you see now it's going to say error occurred because I ran out of refreshing the page, so I'll have to wait a little bit. But you see now, because there is an error, it's going to say error occurred, try again. So now let's continue talking about printing no matter. I'm going to say print no matter .html print no matter. Alright, so this will be printed no matter what. Let's make sure that I have that ID selected correctly. So let me just print that there. So you see, it's gonna, this line is gonna be printed no matter what. Alright, so if there is an error or if there is no error, this finally will always run. So this finally is optional if you want to use it or not. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of it for now. And you see because I have requested or I have refreshed this page so many times, you'll have to wait for it to cool down. So this is a setback from this joke API. This is why I don't like it. Because, if you refresh the page many times, it will say, hey, you have made many requests. So I hope that you have learned something about try, catch, and finally, everyone.